In the morning, the husband asked his wife to take their daughter to the CT room for a checkup, but after taking a nap he woke up to find it was already dusk, yet his wife and daughter still hadn't come back. He figured maybe she saw him sleeping, and decided to take the kid out for a meal, but when he looked out the window, he saw their car was still parked in the same spot. As daylight started to fade, Danny rushed to the hospital front desk to ask the nurse, but the nurse told him she wasn't the one who helped his daughter this morning, and there was no treatment info recorded in the system. Since CT scans can take a while, the nurse told Danny to just be patient and wait. Danny wasn't satisfied with that answer. He couldn't understand why a CT scan would take 5 hours, so he asked the nurse to call Dr. Lamb, the one who'd helped them earlier, but the response he got was that the doctor had already finished his shift. A different doctor was on duty now, so Danny asked her to get in touch with the current doctor on call. The nurse told him to wait a moment, but as Danny sat in the waiting area, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Time kept ticking by, and eventually he couldn't wait any longer and went back to the front desk. He asked the nurse to check the system again, to see what stage his daughter's scan was at, but there was still no record of his daughter in the system, so he started flipping through the registration forms on the desk. He clearly remembered signing one earlier, but now it was nowhere to be found. The nurse quickly explained that the forms get replaced during shift changes, and the staff on duty inputs the earlier data into the system, but at the moment there was still no trace of any info in the system. This is too strange. Danny had definitely filled out all the paperwork, and watched his wife take their daughter into the elevator toward the CT room. He couldn't understand why there was absolutely no record now. Frustrated by the nurse's indifferent attitude, Danny slammed his hand on the desk, and demanded that she call the CT room immediately, to see if there was a woman and a child there. Maybe it was his attitude. He got a response pretty quickly. However, the nurse said the last patient the CT room handled was at 9 a.m. No one had gone in for a scan since then. That was insane. His wife and daughter had gone in at 11:15, so where did they go? A terrible sense of dread suddenly washed over Danny.